Usually I don't buy so many sport games, but this is more like example how to complete certain kind of games. I found this NHL 13 and I use it to complete the steelbook version. So I actually found extremely cheap steelbook. As you can see, only 50 cents or 50, little bit less than euro. Then I found this Street Fighter 4. It has no manual and actually very cheap roller coaster word PS2 version. And this has manual also. I usually do not find so many Xbox games, but this time there was Commando. I remember that there was also PC version for this game. And then Finnish software company design flat out. Software company name is Bugbear. This Xbox game named Grass feels more uncommon to me. I do not usually see this kind of games. Then I found very cheap Skyrim Xbox 360 version. And let's look inside. It has manual, CD and especially map. I especially love those maps and every little details that map can contain. This next one is a little bit odd. It is actually Grand Theft Double Pack. Finnish name is Kaksoispakkaus, but in English it's Double Pack. And if we look more carefully about contents, we can see that it actually contains something else than Grand Theft Auto 3. Though it should contain Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City stories. But there were actually another game. And I love these newspaper kind of things. And then there was this Vice City stories as the second part. And again very funny newspaper add-ons, and especially again maps. I really love those maps. And then posters. Miami Vice kind of sunset. Previous buys are from flea market. This one is online. Nino Kuni, which is like translated second land. Ni is Japanese word for two and kuni for land. And next, notice that this promotional copy not for sale, and this is actually okay. Games of Thrones. It doesn't have any manual, and I actually decided to do gameplay and intro especially for this game, and choose it for to see it little more detail. First there is difficulty selection. There will be next intro or the beginning part.
Yeah.
After all, We're brothers.
You betrayed us by attempting to escape, my friend. My duty is to bring you back. You know there's only one way to leave the Night's Watch.
I'm sorry, Moors, you leave me no choice. Oh, shit.
Now starts the character creation phase, and usually there is a little bit backstory. I chose landed knight class for the main character, and then next there is points for strength, ability, luck, endurance, and intelligence. Then after that there is a skill tree. So you again have a certain amount of stance points remaining, and you can deliver them to the certain skills. Notice that the skills chosen, they always need to have a root or one skill selected above before you can choose the skill below it. So there is always this kind of continuous line from root selected skill point to the side. Then comes weapon specialization. There are swords, axe, maces, warhammers, and because when I look at actually the picture, I saw that Morse has more kind of sword, so I thought he might be better with swords, and I choose to select skill points especially for sword. Next there is character traits part. So there are actually good abilities on the left marked with green title, and then bad ones on the right. And notice that you actually need to have balance. So for example, if you take 3 green ones or good ones, you need to have then 3 red ones or bad ones. So every time when you sum up good abilities with bad abilities, the sum needs to be 0. And somehow these character traits reminds me of Fallout series.
Castle Black. Nothing's changed since the day we arrived. 15 years. Remember, Morris? We were so strong back then. At the time, I really believed in the mission of the Night's Watch, you know?
You've changed, old brother. I never thought you would betray us.
Aye, well, you've always had a knack for choosing friends. One night here, and you'd already bashed in 3 of our brothers' skulls.
I wasn't the only one there, if I remember rightly.
That's me. I never think of the consequences. All I do is give.
Look at this, boys. Morse finally brought back that worm, Gorold. Well done. Some men bet against you, but I wagered you'd make it. It must have been quite a hunt.
Gorold knows how to cover his tracks and isn't half bad with the sword.
I've known you for 15 years, but I still had just a shred of hope that I'd give you and your damn dog the slip.
Enough. I forbid you to touch him. You would not have had the slightest chance against him, blade in hand. Tell me, where is Mormont?
The Lord Commander is in front of the Commander's Keep with the new recruits. They've just sworn their oaths.
So they are finally sworn brothers of the Night's Watch. Fools. Now you can teach them a little lesson. Right, Mors?
Mors, you brought this traitor back. I knew I could count on you.
I did what I had to, Lord Commander.
Your modesty does you honor. Recruits, listen to me. Mors here is our best.
Never find yourself in my position, Moors.
Gorold was a brother of the Night's Watch, but
you will live and you will die in the shadow of the wall. There is no other way. Welcome to the Night's Watch.
Moors. Take Ronnet, Poddy, Celtigar and Patrick and put together a patrol. Make sure they smell a little less like summer before winter comes.
Right. Listen. Since I need to teach you to survive at the wall, let's see what you're worth with a blade in your hand. Gather in the exercise yard.
The first tutorial starts with move controls, left, right and camera and moving. There will be new things, and on the right part of upper corner you can see mini map. In the same way, on the left upper corner you can see Mor's trainer dog, which will later also has his or her separate skill tree. As a menu system, there is this kind of circle menu where you can choose different selections. And here we have character or inventory menu where you can check your armor and weapons. Notice that in left lower corner there are numbers like 1 and 2, so you can have actually 2 different loadouts. I have now number 1 selected, where I have my sword and shield, and if I press certain button it will give me loadout number 2. Then there is belt system where you can put your potions, and there is also potion merchant where you can buy and fill your potions. And like in Skyrim there are light, medium and heavy armor types. Notice that when your armor is selected, it only shows your armor and weapons are like gray. Codex is like a dictionary or info where all those character and story info will from time to time be added.
He'd only bring back Goral's head.
Damn you and your blasted memory. Here's your money, for all it's worth to you here.
You can be sure that tonight I'm going to make the whores in Mole's Town squeal.
So, Celtigar, you were as excited as a virgin to see your hero behead that poor Gorold, weren't you?
Watch your tongue, peasant. Low-born scum like you often end up the same way.
Oh, just listen to him! Still with his milk teeth and he wants to roar. Who knows, you little shit? I may even have been the one to squirt you into your mother's belly.
One more word like that, and I'll send you back to the shit heap where you were born.
This selection was hard because I couldn't remember all names of new characters. So I couldn't remember names of those 4 persons.
Shut up, Celtigar. I'm here to train you, so show me how a knight wields his blade.
At your command.
Now starts battle tutorial. Notice that every character they have green upper half circle which represents life points, and below it is yellow half circle which represents energy level. Battle system will have a kind of a queuing system. It remembers 3 different actions, and you can put actions in the memory. With the right button you can pause or stop time. Then with the left stick you can select different abilities. And when you select ability, it will go to the circle below character. Notice that character has 3 circles below it. Some abilities are better for defense, and some abilities are especially made for attack. Morse also has his dog as a fighting companion. In the beginning I do fighting very slow style, but then you can it is easier to change it much faster, as you can see later. Now there are 3 abilities in queue. Current energy level also affects whether you can choose certain ability or not. If your energy level is too low, you cannot choose certain abilities. Then next is fighting more than one enemy. By using directional button, you can choose nearby and remote enemies. Notice again how using abilities decreases your energy level.
At ease. Moors, we must speak. I've just returned from the infirmary with some very sad news. Maester Aemon could do nothing to save the boy. He has succumbed to his wounds.
These are dark times for us.
Justice must be done, Moors, for the honor of the Night's Watch. Before he died, the boy had enough strength to give us the name of his tormentor. He is one of ours, Cregan.
Cregan? First Gorold deserts, and now one of our best veterans betrays his vow. All right, Jaw. Cregan certainly is a big fellow.
I know. He's almost as good a fighter as you. Do not endanger your new brothers too much. We're too short of men to waste them. If you hurry, you should be able to catch up with him in the ruins of the Icemark Fort.
Understood.
One final thing. I received a raven bearing news that concerns you. A knight in the service of the King's Hand is riding towards Castle Black. He is coming especially to speak to you.
The Hand of the King, eh? I wonder what he wants with me.
I was actually hoping that you could enlighten me on that matter.
My life belongs to the Night's Watch, Jaw. I left the Game of Thrones behind long ago.
So be it. May the gods speed you.
Listen here, you crows. We meet at the West Gate and leave within the hour.
Patrick, Benjen spoke of several weak spots along the wall.
There are different merchants where you can buy or sell things. This is taken a little bit later. There is actually flask merchant where you can buy different flask potions. This location is actually the central part of current map.
They look all innocent, but they often adapt better. It's not...
It is always nice to search items from chest, and it seems that this new armor is heavy type armor, and my current armor seems to be leather gloves. So it's more like whether you want to use heavy armor or light armor.
Everyone knows why you prefer the young ones.
Been up to lately. He's always painting and no longer talks to anyone.
So hard to beat things.
It's Moore's dog, and Moores does what he likes. You'd best keep your mouth shut around him. What did a dog do to you?
Aye, that's an old story. The old bear must be dreaming. There'll never be enough of us to round up a garrison.
If you want my opinion, so much the better. It's cold enough here at Castle Black. There's no need to go freeze our balls off in that pile of stones.
Morse!
What do you want of me, Walder?
I have finished restoring the statuette that you entrusted me with just before you left to track down Gorold.
Really? Let's have a look.
I must say it was a true pleasure. Brothers normally ask me to paint them a pretty woman with big teats and spread legs. But I must say that this is a little more original. I realize we aren't the best of friends, but this statue is a work of art. I hope I treated it with have a vague idea of it. I've already seen this kind of work in the past, but only once, at the Great Sept of Baelor.
this, that he walks alongside us. Have you heard of the Battle of the Field of Fire?
Ah, now that...
And he set about his quest to give thanks to the Seven. He never succeeded, and our
to be part of the group of 7.
Yes, we already spoke of it.
Wait, you don't understand. I've studied it closely, and I can tell you it... say when they claim they were carved from a star fallen from the heavens.
That may well be. I thank you, and I would leave you now.
Wait, I can restore them, just as I brought the warrior back to life for you. These statuettes are not unique, though extremely rare. I told you I remember seeing 3 whole sets in the Great Sept of Baelor.
You speak of a world which is closed to us, my brother.
I'd be happy to share this dream with you. If you ever manage to lay your hands on another of these precious relics, I doubt it would be in good repair. But I can restore all their beauty for you.
I thank you, Walder. Indeed, your help would be invaluable to me.
Truly? Well, all that remains for me is to pray to the 7 that they finally bestow their kindness upon you, Morse.
We have what remains of our lives to find out.
May the warrior guide your arm, and the crone light your way.
And may the Father forgive you for everything else.
You're bloody right there, brother.
The very first quest will be on Ice Mark.
More ruins. Is there nothing left alive along the wall?
I'm so cold. It's even worse than I'd imagined. I can't feel my feet anymore.
Silence. It's still summer, and this is as warm as it will ever get at the wall. The cold keeps you awake, and walking keeps you warm. So march on. This is not a good sign. They never move alone. We've rarely seen these dogs so close to Castle Black. And Kragan's patrol should be here already. We need to find out more.
But there are only 4 of us. Could there be more of them?
4 brave sworn brothers of the Night's Watch.
You wanted action, right? Well, this is it. So stop whining.
It's madness, Sir Mors. We don't know how many there are.
Well, now there's one less. Kragan, what happened here?
The butcher's here? You're too late. There are wildlings everywhere. I killed a few, but there are too many. 2 of them. Moors. They're beasts, I tell you. I did what I could do to save my lads. By luring some of the bastards to me.
Why did your men go?
I sent them to try their luck. Crossing the bridge. Get out of here. if you want to live. Moors. Go.
It cost him his life. I would have expected nothing less from that old bastard. When your time comes, do as he did, and take as many with you as you can.
We'll try to remember that, sir.
We must leave, Sir Mors. We don't have a chance.
Remember what happened to Gorold, Poddy.
If I must die, at least I'll plant my dagger in my killer's eye.
I hope that it will be so, Ronnet. Kragan was carrying the keys to the fort. They're probably still on his body.
You can place your potions to the belt. The following scene gives me a Resident Evil 4 flashback. The next new thing in battle system is that you can change your teammate by pressing Y button. So now below Morse there is a new teammate. You can restore energy by pressing X, but remember this button will have cooldown. here I'm arranging loadouts. Second loadout will be now ranged weapons, and first loadout will be nearby fighting. And to the first loadout I still add a shield. So first loadout will contain a sword and a shield, and second loadout bow and arrow. Next there will be a kind of boss fight with heavier enemies. The next new thing to the battle system, if you have a targeted strike, you can interrupt the attack. When your dog is leveled up, dog will gain new abilities which you can deliver. As you can see here, I didn't have previously this targeted strike skill, which would have been very good in a previous boss fight. And now it is time to add abilities for the dog. And it is same like with Moros. You can have actually root skill, and below root skill you have different kind of abilities, and you always need to have parent, and you can select or choose child nodes below it.
Seven hells! What was that noise?
A wildling hunting on. They're retreating now that they know we're close.
By the mother! We're all going to die right here!
Shut up, Poddy. We'll be doing the attacking.
But we have no hope, sir!
Don't worry, Poddy. I saw worse in the Battle of Stag's Mount.
What? You were there, sir?
Concentrate on the present, Poddy. If memory serves me, you're not bad with a bow. Cover us from the balcony. Follow me.
At your command.
There are no survivors, then. Go in peace, brother. These scavengers won't turn your weapons against the Night's Watch.
Notice that during fight you can also select abilities for dog. So you can select what ability dog is using.
Poddy, you stand here.
You can count on me, Westford.
Cover us as long as you can, understood?
I'll do my best.
You'd best do better than that. It's our asses you're covering. We'll go down and stop them from reopening the ancient ice mark. So don't fall asleep.
From enemies you can get better armor, and your appearance will change dramatically. Next new thing to the battle system. Certain abilities will have a bonus effect.
Poddy is a craven wretch, but at least he can aim.
Enemies will have different kind of armors, and there is also different symbols for boss or elite opponents. Left circle. If you look about health bar and you see the leftmost part, there is a circle, and inside the circle you can see armor type or armor level, and there is especially one of those enemies have very good armor.
archers have dug faster than I realized. The door's almost open again. I'm certain that other wildlings are waiting on the other side of the wall for Gorn's tribe to open the door. We still haven't seen him, by the way. Be on your guard, Celtigar.
Sir Mors, look behind us. There are more coming.
The next new thing to the battle system. You can use your dog to attack different target.
He came from behind.
Now it's time for final battle and time to use all those abilities trained before.
Watch out up there!
Mors, the gods have given me a feast of crows today.
Gorn, you finally show your face.
This time it's between you and me. Kill the boy.
Damn you all.
The butcher is mine. Don't interfere. After you die, I'll be a legend. Women will fight for my seed. I'm going to bleed you, old man.
If you knew how many times I've heard that. You're already dead to me, Gorn.
Night's Watch! Fire!
The achievement seems to be named with the first episode of Games of Thrones.
Finally, we come to River Spring. 15 years ago, it was one of the region's most flourishing towns. But things slowly worsened, and today River Spring knows only idle craftsmen and discontent among the peasants. And the death of Lord Reynold Sarwick will not improve matters. That said, his death didn't surprise many people. The poor man was but a shadow of his former self since the disappearance of his eldest son. They say that his daughter is the one who makes decisions since then, and you can see where that has led.
River Spring. It is much changed.
Have you been here before?
I used to live in River Spring. I left 15 years ago.
Yes, that was a while ago. Back then, the town was still prosperous.
What happened?
I don't know the details, but I think it had something to do with the eldest Sarwick boy leaving.
I must go to the castle.
Oh? And, if I may ask, what would a red priest like you be doing here?
That is a private matter.
Ah, my apologies. In that case, enjoy your stay in River Spring, my lord. If you should need my services again, please don't hesitate to find me.
Understood.
My lord, would you at least give me your name?
Sir Alistair Sarwick.
Father above, after so long? We thought you had disappeared. My sympathies for your father. I did not recognize you.
My god R'hllor now watches over him. Thank you for the crossing, ferryman.
And with new chapter, we are given new character with a different background, and it will be the same like in first chapter, so there will be character creation. There are different stances which affect how you play. For example, for the dancer is specialized for swords, projectiles, sword plays and light armor.